Yeah, Vice Fru, please. I'd like to hear your commentary on that.
Yes, I like to first of all be very thankful to God and to all of us Ambazonians listening to Commandant Elvis. We are together. We are succeeding because the events of the last 2 weeks in Du kept me very frightened of what is going on there. But listening to him, we can no longer be afraid. We are now ready. We are ready to purge La Republique out of our territory. What is happening in La Republique today? It's a pointer. Paddy, I started by trying to tell us the similarities between La Republique, what happened in La Republique a few weeks ago after the elections, and what is happening in Iran. The manipulation of the internet in La Republique and the suspect total blackout of internet in Iran. The killing of the number of people in Iran is higher because of the population too is higher. But in La Republique, the luck that La Republique has is that part of the army is not in agreement with what Biya has done. Therefore, Biya was frightened. The army was frightened to kill more people because if they undertook what is happening in Iran, the army would have slaughtered most of these La Republique proxies and officials and whatever you call them. That's why the killings in La Republique were about 100, because my colleagues in the Cameroonian bar have documented about between 65 and 70. But the real killings, nobody knows the exact figure. Why? Because some of them were locked up in containers where they died in, and nobody knows how many died there, where the corpses are, and a lot of them were found in the mortuaries without identification and without knowing who brought them to the mortuaries. And even if they knew, they were prevented from telling anybody by La Republique forces. That is why the number that were killed in La Republique is not as large as what happened in Iran. But the two scenarios are similar. And I don't understand if President Trump is talking about looking at Iran and warning Iran that they will come to the aid of the demonstrators. I would like to also indicate that the same thing happened in La République du Cameroon, and it's even still happening in La République du Cameroon. Now, having said that, our forces, our people, our population, and when I talk of our population, I include the Mbororos, I include those who have come and settled and they are permanently part of us. The Ambazonian State Army is there to protect them, and listen to Commander Elvis. They have the resources, they have the means to protect our population, and we'll continue to do that until we finally purge La République out of our territory. The soldiers themselves are not many now. That's why La République is using proxies, bringing in terrorists from northern Nigeria to join with vulnerable Mbororos who are part of that culture to slaughter our people. Both Ambazonians and indigenous people and both Ambazonian Mbororo people have been slaughtered by this scenario. And in order to kill evidence, La République has now gone to a village and slaughtered everybody, burnt everything, killed everybody, and walk away. And we are calling for an international investigation because La République refused what happened in Gabu from the beginning. Now I want to see them refuse what has happened in that village in Du, killing of more than 14 people there in Du, including children and old people. The investigations will uncover them, and La République's hands are very clear on it. They want to eliminate evidence. And they have done it in a very stupid manner because this guy who testified to the Ambazonian State Army is still alive. And I want to say he may not be the only one alive. So we will get to know the truth. Thank you, Paddy.
Excellence, Zama, please.
It's painful. It's painful to listen to the details of all these murders. Um, but I said we've done this for 9 years, and I think we have to. It's imperative that we bring everybody on board. Everybody. If it has to be the contributions, I think to me the churches should be brought to the task. Let the parishioners be led by their pastors or their priests on Sundays to go out to protest on this war. The churches should contribute towards this war, and irrespective of their own thinking. People die. Yes, people will die to go to heaven. But if we can prevent that, we should do it. The only way to prevent it is to confront the enemy, and we cannot confront the enemy with our bare hands. We did that in 2017. We are getting the tools to do that for now, but those tools, we have more manpower available and not enough equipment to give into their hands. So my suggestion is to be able to tax everybody, every male in Ambazonia, every business about 10,000 francs a month, every individual above 20 that's working or doing whatever should be able to give 500 francs a month. And if we can collect that for 800,000 people, that's a sum enough that we can get the equipment that we need. We can tax 200 or 150,000 to 200,000 businesses, small businesses, or for 10,000. That's a high enough amount of money that we can get equipment. Plus the remittances that come from the diaspora will add to that, and we can steamroll this thing quicker rather than waiting for other people to do it. We can do it. We have to do it. And we cannot look at ourselves in the mirror every night. We sleep in our beds overseas and we are comfortable. We can be comfortable because our brothers are sleeping in bushes. Our families are being raised. Our families are killed. So we have to bring everybody on board. We cannot leave everybody. I quite remember when the South African issue was going on, we had students from Namibia, we had students from South Africa. We were contributing 20 francs and 10 francs towards that. It was all over in Nigeria. All those things have an impact, and we have to continue. It's a communal defense. Freedom is a community commodity. So we have to spend our effort. We have to spend our energies and our knowledge and our finances to get this thing to an end. We must, and that's what we have to do to be able to get these bullies from Yaoundé to bring them to book and be able to get the end of this regime. We have to think about what we want for our children. We do not want to bequeath this to our children. We will be cowards enough to let our children in the next 10 or 15 years go through this nonsense again.
Now, before we get to the video Commander Evis is talking about, I want us to watch this person again. That is financed by Ndawara, and we'll get to discuss a little bit more about this proxy. Let's watch it because it's important for the world to listen to this and to listen to it over and over. Let's watch it.
You do work for outside?
I work for Ndawara.
No give you gun where you turn with them.
Now let's go, sir.
Say me do it with the gun.
Say me work a key Amba.
So now you and who become for Jichami can show people they made a kill him.
Now me na army them.
Then now who again be there? Lambaro man for inside you.
Mumini.
Who say Mumini there now?
Mumini no there for now. I don't play with don't go now.
Okay, show say there where they go bingo. Now only you be there, Mumini no be there again.
Yes, sir.
So you go show people they play some bingo, they bomb place, eh?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Today so Amba don't catch you. You go do how?
Well, I don't know. I go die for Amba hand today.
You no go tell Mboro people they say me they no do that thing again.
I go chop.
Huh? You go take then that cow they for bafoot now then go take them.
No, I never go, sir.
I think the Ambazonian State Army who did this interview needs a special gift from Ambazonians.
Yes,
I'm
correct.
listening to this. I'm listening to it. Every time I listen to it, I'm listening to it with, in fact, this is what we call caught red-handed. Because if we tell people that Ndawara is a founder of terrorism, it'll be like we're just talking on this platform. Now, I want
We
to
have
begin with this
proof.
before I get to Commander Elvis, and I want to really encourage those guys to keep doing this. But from a legal standpoint, if you are to prosecute a case against Cameroon and you have this video, how relevant is it? Because I think this is information. In fact, the media will not tell us that they didn't watch this. We have shared this more than once. And even the United States Embassy will not claim that they are not seeing this. So, but Mr. Fruit, talk to us.
Yes, Paddy, I will lay the foundation before tendering this video into evidence. This video is relevant to the issues at hand. And in order for it to be relevant, you must lay the foundation and tender that video to the court. And the court will listen to this guy, and both the prosecutor and the defense will examine and cross-examine this guy. And I can tell you that this guy has left one important, he has said one important thing. The source of his arming, who is arming them. He clearly said is Dawara Dampolo. That is how we will get this video in. And Paddy, this video is so relevant to the issues we are discussing, in such that we have to tie the testimony of this guy to the activities, terrible activities of the Mororos and the Fulani henchmen being financed by Dampolo and being armed by Dampolo. We will have to trace the origin of this Bororo man. Where is he from? Where does he live? Who are those? He has already given about 2 names of those that they were together. Meaning that they have people, Bororo people that have been financed and armed by both Jerangara and Amadou Dampolo. That is how relevant the testimony of this guy is. And that's why I'm calling on the Ambazonian State Army to make sure that that guy is alive and under their detention until we get to the root cause of what has happened in Du. Because he knows more. He knows a lot. And if you don't have that evidence, we will not be able to hold our republic responsible. Hold our republic, why? Because Dawara and Galajera have been known to be proxies of La Republic who have been financing all the killings of Ambazonians in the northern zone, particularly in Kambe, in Donga Manto.